Hi guys, Squirrel here. I'm back with Train Simulator. I thought I'd do this one. It's called Foot X. It says the Class 67s perform regular duties for special trains heading to sporting and cultural events. Today the FA Cup final is taking place between Stoke City and Manchester City. You're working the 1Z25 Stoke-on-Trent Wembley Station special, conveying Stoke City fans for the cup tie. Starting at Oxford, which is where my uncle lives, calling at Reading, which I've been, Slough where I bought a car, and Ealing Broadway, which was west of where I used to work. You will have a crew change at Ealing Broadway for the leg to Willesden Junction and Wembley Central. So Wembley Stadium is obviously, you know, where a lot of sporting events are performed in the UK. That's in London. What I don't understand about this one is the crew change. Does that mean that's the end of the scenario, or something is going to happen with the crew? I don't know. I generally don't know. So 70 minutes, we've got 4 stars of difficulty, which means it's going to be challenging in some way, either timekeeping or, I guess, red signals on the way, possibly. Not sure what to expect, but let's give it a go. Morning driver, pick up here, then depart for Ealing Broadway, your final destination, your shift. Call at Reading and Slough en route. Traffic is clear and we have a 100-mile-an-hour restriction for the train today. Okay, let's press T, let's get the doors open. So it does look like, that when it says crew change, it means get out the train, somebody else is going to finish the job. Thank you very much. Car insurance with a 20% discount. Let's have a look inside. Ooh, this is nice. This is nice. Not actually driven this one before. Tail light control, let's put that onto daytime. Instrumentation, what have we got over here? It's a nice little horn. Beep beep. Direct brake is on release. Oh, I think we're ready. Let's whack that on release. And off we go, hopefully. What's the speed limit? 25. Cool. Oh, look at this thing. This is a classic British train now, isn't it? Look, diesel electric. The passengers with the passenger carriages with the manual doors. Let's have a look inside. Woo, first class. Look at this, first class. This is what trains used to be like in the UK. Tables and lovely seats. Until it all went horrible. Let's just back off on the throttle a little bit. We're coming up to the speed limit. Okay, so what is this? Oxford, isn't it? Now, I've been to Oxford. Oh no, I went to Banbury Station actually. Banbury's nearby, so I don't know what Oxford Station looks like. I do like Oxford though, it's a lovely town. Obviously home of Oxford University, quite a famous university in the UK, but what I like about Oxford is a lot of the buildings are made out of local stone, and the stone is kind of like a sandy coloured brick. It's very, very nice, very high quality. I would like a house made of that kind of brick, put it that way. Right, up we go to 90. And go via Didcot. Go via Didcot. Up, avoid. Up, avoid. What the hell does that mean? What does it mean by avoid? Does it mean... I really don't know what that means. That's not clear. Does that mean there's going to be a problem at Didcot? Or I've got to... Let's clear that. I thought they didn't sound when it was on green. Yeah, I don't know. I don't quite understand what it means by avoid at the moment. So I'll just have to be wary, I suppose. There's every danger that I will... Oh, look at that. Every danger that I will fly right through a red light. Let's zoom out a bit and have a look at this scenery. The one thing I do like about this game, I know the graphics are not exactly modern, and the animation and modelling can lack something sometimes, but what I do like about the game is the chance to see the scenery, as it were. It's a bit like, I don't know how realistic it is. It's reasonable. Structurally I'd say it's there, but obviously the detail's going to be completely wrong until you get into the main stations. But I do like sightseeing. It's kind of a voyeuristic way of sightseeing. as well as driving these rather interesting trains. I mean, let's face it, unless you go for a career in trains, there's absolutely no chance of you sitting up here driving one of these things. Absolutely none. And that's what I like about simulators. They actually give you that chance. Like Kerbal Space, you know? Am I ever going to go to space in my lifetime? Possibly not. The only chance I would ever get is if I went on one of those Virgin Galactic things. And then they're only up there for a few minutes, aren't they? But the chances of me flying into space, 0. It's not going to happen in my lifetime. Chances of me driving a train, 0. Bit late for a career change. But you know, Sims let you see things and do things that you couldn't otherwise do, so I kind of like that. Just watching my speed here because I'm conscious that we're approaching the speed limit now. I'm going to back off. Let this thing cruise. There we go. What I don't like is when I go third person and look around, I don't get those AWS warnings. That's deeply, deeply annoying. And I really wish they would fix that. You must be going down a slight incline because the momentum is carrying very, very well. Lovely, lovely British... Oh, actually, Oxfordshire countryside, if you've never experienced it, is really rather good. I do like the Oxfordshire countryside. Very nice. It is a lot like this. It's fields and trees and lovely buildings. Very good. However, when you start travelling down towards Slough, now Slough isn't so good. Not quite what it is up north. So if you don't know where Oxford is, it's kind of, if you imagine London on a clock, you kind of head out in 10, 11 o'clock direction. Ooh, freight train. It's about, say, 80 miles northwest of London, roughly. Roughly, very roughly. Have a look at it on Google Maps. And we're kind of travelling south-southeast at the moment, coming down towards Reading, then we'll swing east and head into London. That's the journey. How far are we? 4.6. ETA 1146. Okay, it's fine. Just going to back off that throttle again before it starts complaining. It's quite a nice cab, this, actually. What's that? AWS reset, demister, wiper control, power controller, reverser. So mostly it's a right-hand drive, isn't it? We're sat on the left, but all the controls are on the right there. Ooh. There's two other trains I see. I missed that cargo train. Do you see all them birds in the air then? That's kind of cool. Sander, call, whatever call means. A lot of buttons are disabled. What else have we got up here? In the more realistic trains, you know, places like Just Trains, parking brake, the buttons all work. It's the same thing with, like we get with FSX. You know, the stock aircraft in FSX, they do a basic job, but inside they're not that detailed. The buttons are mostly disabled. And then you can go out and buy yourself third-party aircraft where they've gone into so much more detail. And I think that's an important thing, you know, making those games extendable like that, because the game, the developer is made the core game, and they can't do everything. They can't model all the trains and all the scenarios, so, you know, open it up, let other people do it. Not that far away now. 1.95 miles. I have no idea what the stopping potential is of this train. So it may be that it stops very quickly, but I'm going to go for, I think, 2/3 of a mile I'll start to hit the brakes. I don't want to overshoot. Okay, we've got a speed restriction coming up, I've just noticed. Meanie. That's brilliant. Did you see the police car as well at the level crossing? Right, I'm going to start hitting the brakes because there's no way we're going to drop down to 70 at the moment. Make sure the front of the train... Oh, we've got a yellow signal as well. Okay, we need to slow right down. Because we could be about to hit a red light for all we know. So it's not just a matter of 70, it's a matter of getting ready to stop, really. I think 55 looks good. Toot that train. Just in case we get a double signal. That siding there has a platform on it and people on it. What the hell? Why are there people on that platform? What exactly are they waiting for? There's no way that's actually going to have a train go into it. It's just a siding. I'm looking for the next signal. Go via Didcot avoid. Okay. Looks like the line speed's gone up to 70. We've got a green light, so I'm just going to put the power back. Oh yeah, look at this. This is some good scenery right here. Oh, I missed the power station. I didn't see that. Wow, 70 miles per hour when you're joining track like that. That's not that common. Are there any other... It's got 4 lanes of track here, 2 lots of 2. 2 different routes. I think that's what the split was back there. I forgot to toot that guy. They never toot me back though. Not very friendly, these are the train drivers. Let's have a good look at this thing. What is that on the side? It's like 3... Is that meant to be the 3 lines? The British kind of... Oh, I'm speeding, see? When you go sightseeing, you end up speeding. It's rather annoying. Oh, and then the track speed goes to 125. I thought they said we were speed restricted to 100. Hang on a minute. I don't... Okay, let's just floor it. It definitely said, didn't it? It said your speed limit today will be 100. Okay, 15 miles to Reading. So far so good. We've go via Didcot up avoid. I don't know what avoid meant, but you know, we did it. Maybe it's chopped off. I mean, it meant to say avoid something in particular, and it's just cut it off. I don't know. Let's get a nice scenic view. .125 track speed. Flat out on the throttle. Looking good for flooring it. I wonder what the actual speed capability is of this thing. Can it get to 125? That's my question. See, now that's a nice house, isn't it? But would you want to live right next to a line like this? 4 tracks on it? I don't think so. That would definitely spoil your day. Freight trains coming past. Got a 120 limit coming up, but that's not a problem. We're flat out at 100% and we are not going to hit 100, I don't think. We'll barely hit 100 when we get there. What's it like in the back? Oh, listen to that. So this is what the trains used to be like. You go through that door and there'd be a walkway down the side here. And this, as a train design, that is, I think, much more passenger friendly. 6 people, nice bit of privacy in the table. Whoops. Wow, I nearly missed that. Wish the guys had changed that in this game. Let those EWS alerts come through. After all, what is the point? We don't want to sit there and just sit in the cockpit. You know? See, if you mouse wheel it adjusts the camera focus, but if you use the cursor keys it kind of zooms in and out. But when you mouse wheel it just adjusts the lens. It's kind of weird. Right, where are we? 11 miles over, fine. Just gotta watch out for that AWS. But yeah, this is much more passenger friendly. They had to stop doing all this when the passenger numbers just started to rise and they needed to cram more and more people into the trains. Which is unfortunate because that design I thought was really rather good. If you watch the Harry Potter movies when they travel on the train up to Hogwarts, they're all starred like this. You know, the old-fashioned train. It's a pity because now it's just basically some doors open and you get on and then just cram yourself like sardines. And seriously, on the UK trains, on the passenger trains, they have 2 seats and 3 seats, and the seats are not wide enough. Honestly, they are not wide enough for a full-grown adult. And the 3-seaters, basically a person sits on either end, and then the guy who tries to sit in the middle, he needs to be like a jockey, because otherwise he isn't going to fit. And of course you do get these situations where you get these really full-grown sized people who try to sit on that middle seat, and they just push everybody else off the side of the seat. They don't give a crap. Bridge! Whee! Where are we? Zoom out a touch. Whoa! This is some nice scenery here. So if we're down toward... we're 9 miles outside of Reading at the moment. Looks like a train set, doesn't it? Look at this. Get a real sense of speed. Actually, if we go for that option. Oh, that's good, isn't it, eh? I think we'll do that again, but with the horn. The Doppler effect in action. It's a lovely sunny day in Oxford. Actually, have you noticed when you go outside it's brighter? That means these windows are tinted. If I hang my... yeah, look. So if I hang my head out the window... we are just about... I'm flat out on 100% and we still can't make 125 miles an hour. This train is only capable of 115 or so. It's good though, there's something about this train I quite like. I love the diesels. I know they're environmentally unfriendly compared to the electric trains, but there's just some... I don't know, there's just more character in a diesel. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to explain. But there's more character to it. Way! I saw with Syncom the other way actually, those trains. Those diesel electrics. Nice view. Right, whoops. I just hit the wrong button. F1, which is the task list, is right next to F2, which is save progress. And all I wanted to do was look how far away I was. Expecting to see a change in speed limit. Look at this, we've got 117 on the clock. We cannot get any more than that. That is the physical limit of this train, although the track speed's good. This is a nice view, actually. So far, so good. It might take a while to drop speed from 118, though. Oh, look at that! Barges and stuff. Canals. There are lots of canals in the Midlands. All to do with British history. Moving coal and Oops, let's get back inside, press Q. Moving coal and other ballast around. Very, very industrial Britain back then, when the canals were made. Okay, I really need to slow down. We've got a 50 speed limit coming up. And we've got double yellow lights. This is not good, people. This is not good. I don't know if I can stop in time. Oh dear. I've got 90+% on the brake, and we've only just shaved 40 miles an hour off so far. Oh, it's okay, look, we've gone to single. I can release the brakes. Phew. Let's just cruise at 70. We've got a 50 limit coming up. I was worried then. If this had been red, I'd have been in real trouble. Real trouble. Okay, let's start to kill off a bit more speed. We are coming into Reading. In Berkshire, I believe. County of Berkshire. Why is that red? The last one was a single yellow. Why is that red? Oh, good grief. That was lucky. There's no doubt about that. That was fortune that smiled on me right then, because I do not remember that being a double yellow light just before that red. I'm probably wrong, I'm sure I am, but... Can we see? 25 mile an hour speed limit coming up. We are going too quick. What I really want to do is jump outside and do a bit of sightseeing, but I can't right now. Yeah, I know I'm speeding. I'm not speeding anymore, pal. As we approach the platform. We can do a bit of sightseeing now, can't we? That's pretty good. Look at it snaking like that. That's cool. We're changing track quite a bit, actually. Let's get the speedo up. Okay, let's clear that. Yellow light signal ahead, that's fine. We can just cruise straight into the platform by the look of it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are shortly arriving at Reading Station. There are lots of interconnections here by the look of it. Quite a major station by the looks of things. Can't see any particular landmarks of interest. Right, now then, where do we stop? Let's get my head out the window, I think. Whereabouts are we stopping? So look at the back of the train, that's always a good clue. (11:57 AM), let's get the brakes on about here, I think. This looks like a good place to stop. Okay, I think the back's clear. Yeah, the back's clear. Right. Everybody change. Come on, random 6 people of the train simulator. Where everybody is modelled the same and clothed the same. It's even just... Look, if they just change the colour of the dress... Like... And there's no way for you to go, love. I don't know why you're walking that way, but you're about to walk through the scenery. I know you're going to do it. Oh, they need to get an animator in here. I like that guy's walk the best. Okay, right, we are done. Hang on, we've still got a red light. Why have we got a red signal? Now, is that a true reg signal, or is something in the game just not tripped properly? Pick up passengers from Slough 5. Okay, I am confused by this. Where's Slough anyway? 17 miles in that direction. Like I said, we're going to turn sort of east. That should have changed by now, shouldn't it? I think the game's gone a bit screwy. Or do you think I genuinely need to wait for this thing to change? I'm not sure what to do, to be honest. I mean, it does join into a single track here. But I'm not seeing... Well, there's him. But he was there when we came in. Unless he's going before us. But it is red. And the points are set correctly for us. They're not set for that track. Well, we'll give it a minute. See what this thing does. See if it changes. What's that advert there? Homework. Anybody live in Reading? Does the station look anything like this? If only there was some people to talk to back here. It's just like... Oh, really? Do I stay or do I go now? That's the question. Do I jump a red light? It doesn't feel right. All the signals are on red. This just doesn't... Something not correct here. Something not right. I don't know what. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go. I'm assuming it's red because of me, even though it shouldn't be, should it? It should be on green. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. Yeah, it's just hit the emergency brake on me. So I can't proceed. Let's go back. I think it's hit the I think it's hit the brakes in here as well, hasn't it? Hang on, they're both released. Go back a touch. So why is the red light still on? It's the back of this train. See, it's a red light that way as well. That train's now gone. He's now been released. But I'm not getting released at all. And there's no other train in sight. I thought this was a busy station. There's only me here.